The Dodgers are moving on to the World Series. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies House videocast, and today we're going to recap the National League Championship Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers, as the Los Angeles Dodgers are moving on to the World Series. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Braves were leading this series 3-1, and they fight all the way back to win the series. A very exciting series. And in these two championship series, both for the American League and the National League, very exciting to watch. I tell you what, man, this was fun. I really enjoyed this. You got the Rays, who are leading the series 3-0 against the Astros. The Astros come back and take it to a Game 7. The Rays end up beating the Astros to move on to the World Series. And in this series, in the National League Championship Series, it's Atlanta Braves leading the Dodgers 3-1, and the Dodgers come all the way back and they win the series. So unbelievable. Now, guys, before getting this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Guys, wow. Wow. A lot of good baseball in this National League Championship Series. Two very good teams. I tell you, this is a very exciting series. One of my favorites for sure. I tell you, lineups for both of these teams are very deep. You got, Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, even Justin Turner over there as well. As I talk about him, he's getting older, but he's still able to produce. Look what he did in the series. You got AJ Pollock over there, of course, coming over from the Arizona Diamondbacks on that free agent deal. The Dodgers have a very deep lineup. Max Muncy over there as well. I know he didn't have a very good year, but he could hit for some power. Go over and look on the Atlanta Braves side. Freddie Freeman, Marcell Ozuna, who was just outstanding this year. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies. It's just a typical Travis d'Arnaud. Two very good offensive teams. And I love to see it, man. I love to see a series with action. And this was a series of action. In the first game of this series, the Braves won 5-1 as Austin Riley, Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna all produced for the Braves to give them a 5-1 victory. If you go over and look on the Dodgers side, Kike Hernandez was responsible for the only Dodgers run scored, as he hit a solo home run in this one. And if you're going to go look at Walker Buehler's start, he needs to stop walking so many people. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned runs, 5 walks, and 7 strikeouts. 5 walks in 5 innings of work. That's terrible. That's really bad. And if you're going to go over and look on the Atlanta Braves, Max Fried, he was a lot better. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. A lot better compared to Walker Buehler only going 5 innings and walking 5. That's really pathetic. That's on average a walk every inning. So, that's not good enough at all. So, the Dodgers, definitely a disappointing Game 1 for them. If you're the Braves, you got to be feeling good about yourself going into Game 2. A lot of action in this game. Kind of a flat Game 2 for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Go over and look at Game 2, different story. I know they lost, but they were down by quite a bit. They come out and they have a 4-run bottom of the 9th inning. I know they came up just short, but man, I'm sure the Braves are happy. Their bullpen was not very good in this Game 2. But I tell you what, man, this was another exciting game. I think it was more exciting than Game 1. This had a little more action to it, a little bit more back and forth. Freddie Freeman is the man for the Braves, man. I tell you what, he is just unbelievable. 2 home runs in this game. He's a Braves legend. I heard someone else talking about it. They said he's the next Chipper Jones. And I know Chipper Jones was a Brave, but as a Phillies fan, I respect Chipper Jones a lot. And I have no problem with him. He's a legend. He's a Braves legend, and I respect him a lot. Freddie Freeman, I can't see him going anywhere else in his career. I think he's going to be a Brave the rest of his career. There's no doubt in my mind about that. As somebody said, it's the next Chipper Jones. That's just who he is. He's a class act. He's a good guy, good baseball player, and you don't really hear anything about him. That's the thing. He's a really underrated player. You see him on the All-Star team, but he's just a good guy. You just don't really hear anything bad about him. He's not one of those guys who, is arrogant, or he's just an all-around good family man, good guy. I really like Freddie Freeman. I know that's hard for me to say as a Phillies fan because he just kills the Phillies. But I put that aside, and it's just a business, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's going out there against the Phillies and saying, I just want to hurt the Phillies. He's a good baseball player. He's just doing his job for his team. I have no problem with that at all. Why should I? That's baseball. It's sports. It's a business. So I tell you what, he's awesome. Ozzie Albies as well, and another thing I want to talk about the Dodgers. I mean, a lot of production. As I said, Corey Seager in this game, Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger had a very, very disappointing regular season. You got Ozzie Albies homer in this game as well for the Braves. So very exciting game too. And the pitching for either side was not very good. I mean, the Braves bullpen imploded. Luckily, it didn't. Usually, if the bullpen implodes, you see that with the Phillies, right? Usually, that costs you from winning ball games, but it didn't for the Braves in this one. In the third game of this series, it was a 15-3 victory for the Los Angeles Dodgers, an 11-run first inning. Unbelievable. I tell you what, my goodness gracious. Kyle Wright was on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. Oh boy, what a rough start for him, I'll tell you that right now. Jock Peterson going yard in the first, Edwin Rios going yard. And it wasn't all, and Max Muncy with a grand slam. And as I said, it wasn't all like these big home runs. I know the Max Muncy grand slam was pretty cool, but it wasn't like they were, hitting the ball at the ballpark for all the runs. I mean, they were driving in runs, RBI singles, RBI doubles. And how about the Max Muncy grand slam? I tell you what, man, that guy, he's a funny bat flip. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, he just stands there and just drops the bat. It's actually kind of funny. And 11-run first inning for the Los Angeles Dodgers, just unbelievable. I saw Kyle Wright over there for the. I feel bad for that guy. I mean, my goodness, did he get hit around? He went only 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 home runs allowed. Oh my goodness gracious! And he was good against the Miami Marlins. Wasn't so good here. Was not so good here. I mean, that's got to be disappointing if you're Kyle Wright. I mean, your team needs you out there. I know he tried his hardest, but it's got to be. That's disappointing. Like, come on, you want to go out there and try to win for your team, and you have that performance. I mean, it's disappointing. The Braves did fight back a little bit to push across 3 runs. Christian Pache with a solo home run to left field, and Austin Riley and Juan Camargo also driving in some runs. So. Still was not good enough. I mean, down 15-0. I don't think you're going to come back from that. So that's your game 3 final. Rough start for Kyle Wright of the Braves. In the 4th game of this series, it was a 10-2 final victory for the Atlanta Braves as they now go up 3-1 in this series at this point. And at this point, I'm like, this is over. I think the Braves are moving on to the World Series, only 1 win away. That's all they had to do was just win 1 more game, and they were moving on to the World Series. They couldn't even do it. 2 teams with very, very deep lineups, and it was a very entertaining series. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I mean, right now during the postseason, I don't have a horse in the race, so I'm just sitting back and just watching it as a baseball fan. And it's not like you're passionate about it. It's not like you have a team you're pulling hard for every single night. And I think that's kind of nice to have this different perspective every once in a while. I mean, would I love for my Phillies to be in this? Of course. But they're not, so there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm just sitting back and enjoying it, and I have enjoyed this postseason a lot. It's been a very, very entertaining postseason, and especially these championship series, so exciting. I mean, as I talked about earlier, the American League Championship Series was exciting to watch, and you got this National League Championship Series, very, very exciting, and a lot of offense. If you like offense, you would like this series. I mean, it was amazing. If you want to look at Clayton Kershaw's start, he went 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. I mean, the postseason Kershaw, I mean, he's just not that good, man. I mean, that's just a simple reality. I mean, it's a shame for the guy because I think he's a good guy. I think he works hard, but he's just not good in the postseason. A lot of players just aren't. I'm not sure why. In the 5th game of the series, the Dodgers win 7-3, your final score, as they have a nice bounce back win here. The Braves had a lead until the top of the 6th inning, and unfortunately for them, they gave it away. And as I said, they were only 1 win away from going to the World Series, and they just couldn't do it. And it's got to be disappointing, as I keep talking about. If you're a Braves fan, I mean, just going through these games, that's what just keeps replaying in my head. And interesting moment in this game, as I said, the Dodgers just keep getting production out of their top guys in their lineup, and Will Smith of the Los Angeles Dodgers homers off of Atlanta Braves relief pitcher Will Smith. So that was a pretty funny moment. Good offensive game. I mean, you're on the verge of being eliminated. You go out there and make it a 3-2 series. You still got an uphill battle, but you're 1 win away from evening that hill and getting on an equal playing field with the Atlanta Braves, because anything could happen in Game 7. In the 6th game of the series, the Dodgers win 3-1 as they have a 3-run first inning, and Corey Seager, Justin Turner, and Cody Bellinger are responsible for that. Corey Seager and Justin Turner with back-to-back home runs. Cody Bellinger with that RBI single. And the only runs that the Braves get is a Ronald Acuna Jr. RBI double to score Nick Markakis. And their offense was just outmatched by Walker Buehler. And, I mean, they were able to hit him in game one. You saw that they were able to wear him out, get him into 5 walks. And this time he goes 6 innings, 7 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. I mean, so wow. I mean, he goes from walking 5 in 5 innings of work, pitching, and then he goes 6 innings and doesn't walk a batter and strikes out 6. So a lot better out of him. That's what you need. And if you're going to go look at Max Fried, he went 6 2/3, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And it looks like the Dodgers, I mean, they were outmatched by him the first time they saw him, and they were able to figure him out a little bit there. So you got to be feeling good about yourself if you're the Dodgers. As I said, if you face the same pitcher again a few days later, you have time to look at the film and realize what went wrong, and it seemed like that's what the Dodgers did. In the final game of the series, the Game 7, the Dodgers win 4-3 as they're now going on to the World Series, as I said, and the Braves yet again had another lead in this one. They were up 2-0 until the bottom of the 3rd inning where the Dodgers tied it up, and then they took the lead again 3-2. And that's the last time they'd have the lead for the rest of the night. And that is their season. They are done as the Dodgers are moving on. And if you're going to go look at the scoring summary here, Marcell Ozuna with that RBI single in the top of the 1st inning. And Dansby Swanson in the top of the 2nd inning, launching a home run to left center field. So you got a fast start here, 2-0. I mean, you're facing Tony Gosson of the Dodgers, and you've got a fast start here. Then Will Smith ties it up for the Dodgers with that ribby single, and you have Austin Riley single on a line drive to center field to give the Braves a 3-2 lead. Then Kike Hernandez homers to tie it up, and you got Cody Bellinger launching a home run to right field. Stood there and watched it for a little bit. You guys know how I feel about that. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I really don't care. You've seen it a lot this postseason. Sometimes I don't mind it. I mean, a situation like that, I mean, you have a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 7th inning, and if you stand there and watch it, I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty amazing moment. I mean, you're going to go to the World Series if you hang on to win the game. So, I mean, it's a pretty dramatic moment. I think in a dramatic moment, I think it can call for a bat flip. I don't really have a problem with it in those kind of situations. Cody Bellinger definitely did take a peek at it. There's no question about that, but I do not have a problem with it at all. I mean, as I said, in that kind of situation, I do not have a problem with it. As the Dodgers kind of went with an opener in this one, it worked out for them as they allow a combined 3 earned runs, walk 6, and strike out 4. And Anderson was on the mound for the Braves, 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And that's what happens when he made his major league debut this year, and that's what happens when you have a young guy come up in a big situation, and that's it. The Braves are eliminated after they were up 3-1. They ended up losing this series, and it's disappointing. I know you made it to championship series. You got to be disappointed. You couldn't just get at least one more win. I mean, come on. Los Angeles Dodgers, congratulations. The Dodgers are going to try to win their first World Series since 1988. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Please check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies House Instagram or for next Instagram. Guys, call or text 267-225-3392. Email me phillieshouse@gmail.com. First game of the World Series tomorrow night, 8:09, the first pitch in Arlington, Texas. And Tampa Bay Rays versus Los Angeles Dodgers. My prediction, Los Angeles Dodgers will win the World Series in 6 games. It's going to be 6 games. That's my prediction. It's going to be a very exciting series. A game-by-game recap in the World Series. So after each game, I will recap. I'm not going to be doing a series recap like I've done with these series. So this is the last postseason series recap. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, I am Luke, and I will talk to you later. I'll see you guys.